How's it going, guys? This is Jordan, and in this video I'm going to give you an update on what's been going on with me for the last couple months. Lately, there's been a lot of new attention on my channel, and to start, I'm very thankful for that. It's really been nice to see growth, which honestly I hadn't really seen a lot of. And so to all of the new subscribers, thank you for joining, for subscribing, and you'll be getting more content here in the near future. And for anybody who's been around for a while, I'm sorry for the break. I've had a lot going on. And this video is going to be kind of an update and an illustration of what all of that has been. So the biggest change has been that I moved. I actually moved out of an apartment into a house with my girlfriend, and it's definitely given me a lot more space. It will definitely improve my ability to take better videos, more videos. But in the meantime, I have to move into this place, and that's really where all of my time has gone. There's a lot of work. It's an older house, and as a result, it's needing remodeling, and that's really what's been holding me up. And I'll show you that inside later on. Some of you may have also noticed in the background, there's a couple new changes. I got myself 2 new bikes. On the left there is a new mountain bike. It's a 2012 Salsa Horse Thief. It was originally the Horse Thief 1, which was the higher end out of the 3 options in that lineup at the time. But it doesn't have a lot of the same components. The only thing that's really still the same as the original bike are the brakes and basically the rear hardware, not even the front hardware. I've changed that. The tires are also the same, but they were rarely ridden when I picked the bike up. They were pretty new condition. Everything else is new, and there will be a video coming out that will explain all the changes that were made, changes that I made, previous owner made, and my impressions, what I've done with it, a whole, focused video on the Salsa Horse Thief. Next to that is a Trek 2100 composite road bike. This is a vintage bike. It was big in the early 90s or so. And it was one of the first bikes that Trek used carbon fiber in the frame making. So you'll notice the rear triangle, this is all aluminum. Maybe hard to tell on camera, but it's just dark purple aluminum. However, right here at this joint, it changes into carbon fiber. So the main tubes are carbon fiber. Top tube, down tube, seat post, all that. It's carbon fiber. The headset then goes right back into aluminum. So it's kind of a cool hybrid. It helps with the weight compared to an aluminum bike of that era, or a steel bike especially. But compared to newer bikes, even newer aluminum bikes, it's really nothing too extraordinary. It's pretty standard. That being said, I got a good deal, and it's been really nice to get out on the road, to get on a bike during this weird kind of in between winter and spring season. Idaho is in the Midwest, and like most Midwest states, this time of year is pretty crazy for the weather. So it'll go from 60 degrees and sunny to just snowing like crazy all in one day. So the road bike's been coming in handy for that. And then here is a bike shop. I have a bench just installed into the wall studs. It's 3/4 inch thick wood. It's really nice and solid. It'll be more than enough for what I need. A tool wall there where I literally have just put screws in to hang things up. Nothing really thought out. I just put things up as I pulled them out of boxes, honestly. But it's definitely much better than what I had. And I could change it later on. It's not permanent. Above that is a shelf, which has 0 organization right now. I'm sure I'll think of something later. Through the rest of the garage, it's a mess. Again, remodeling. It's crazy. Some of you probably know that. But it's a lot bigger than it looks. My camera has a pretty narrow field of view, so it's hard to really illustrate. But for example, I drive a Mini Cooper, and from the edge of that cardboard there back to the door is more than enough space to actually park my car, which means that almost half the garage I can use for whatever I want. And that might become a wood shop. I might extend the bike shop out. I have no idea, but I have options, which honestly is something I just didn't have before. And that's the biggest benefit of moving. I have so much more space, so many more options. It's going to be a nice change. However, lately, it's been a big time sink. And that's what I'm going to show you here by taking you inside. So in the hallway here, nice finished, looks good. Then we get into here. This will eventually become the room that my computer goes in where I do my editing. But at the moment, it is a mess. Tools laying everywhere. My computer is literally just in a pile along the wall, which I hate to see like that, but honestly, it's the safest place I have for it at the moment. It's just been crazy. Beyond that room, there's a lot of work that just needs to be done throughout the house. And that's, again, just been a big sink for time. It's been really hard to get much done. You can see there's no countertop. Those countertops are the old 90s pink ones. Half the cabinets are missing. There's molding laying on the floor. So as you can see, I'm definitely in over my head, I guess you could say. A lot more going on than what I had before. But when it's all done, it'll be more than worth it. Previously, I was doing most of my videos in a kitchen or a backyard, and it was just not conducive to YouTube of any kind, let alone mountain bikes. What that meant was if I did projects like the Huffy mountain bike project in my last video, I'd have to do the work off camera because there wasn't room to do mountain bike work and put a camera in the room and have good angles and everything. So now, with all this extra space, I'll be able to actually do a lot of my camera work and bike work at the same time. When I have projects or want to change out parts or anything like that, I'll be able to show you guys instead of telling you guys, which is always much better, especially for YouTube. So keep an eye out for all of that in the future. It's definitely going to be nice, and in the next couple weeks, I'll start really taking full advantage of that. As a quick side note, I did mention that Huffy mountain bike. There is going to be another video. I'm going to update it. It's not abandoned, and you'll hear all about how that went and my opinions on it, along with videos about the new bikes I have and the new bike shop, all of that. So that's pretty much all I had right now. Just wanted to thank you guys for sticking with me, for all of the new subscribers. Definitely thank you for joining me and the few of us that have been in this channel since I really started getting into YouTube. It hopefully will be worth it within the next few weeks. Definitely, throughout the riding season, you guys will be getting a lot more content from me. And just a big thank you to all of you guys for joining me. And I hope to see you soon.